Okay, welcome to Aftermath through the solo, and we encountered a scrapper leader with Ringer. After Ringer triggered this eye symbol, the scrapper leader spawned from the Death Tooth gang. Scrapper leader has 7 defense, -2 is 5 defense. We play for it is an agility skill test. So this is the wing thing. We play this first. And you can follow the initiating card with the same value or the same symbol. So this is the same symbol, this is the same value. So in total is this 6 plus 2, 1 for one shot and 1 for being Ringer. So that's 8 plus 3 is 11. So we do 1 damage to the scrapper leader. Because it has only 1 hit point, it is dead. The situation is hostile, so we could not communicate. Yeah, and we never saw him activate. I think it works like that. So this goes back into the enemy. The enemy deck. We gain loot because it was because here it says loot, and we defeated encounter. So that goes into the encounter discard pile. And it was an item. And so we draw from the item card the first thing, and it is a tools. It's an accessory. So Ringer is now using something on hand and something on his finger. Okay. So the scrapper leader is gone. Back into the box. And as we played the card, so that's 1. Actually, thematically, the loot would be here. The item would be here. But let's not go into practicalities. So this is 1, and draw again 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we should check for defeated enemy. Let's see. Defeated enemy. So if it has a number of wounds equal or higher than its life value, that was 1, if the enemy is defeated, you should perform below steps each time and not wait until all enemies have been defeated. Remove its figure from the board. What you did, remove its enemy card from the Let's make it bigger for the viewers. Remove its enemy card from the sideboard threat track, but not the threat card underneath it. So the threat track remains. If any enemy cards are still below it, then slide them up to fill the space. There are none. This may cause enemies to act. Yes. Check the situation token, flip it to save if the last enemy was defeated. Okay, so the situation is safe again. If an enemy obtained from the hunt box is killed before any hunt is activated by any event, return enemy. No. When a character defeats the last enemy remaining in that encounter, remember that characters from the hunt provide no loot. Yes, and if the encounter lists a loot price, player gains that price using the same rules as gaining a prize for successfully scavenging without the skill test. What? Oh. So what happens? We have to do the same rules. Okay, well, the situation is safe, so okay. Now a search happens. Crap. Yeah, so there's the tools thing. This is our hand, but we have 4. I don't know if you can see it, but we have 4 of these black cards, so we cannot reach it yet, because there was where was it? We had this situation, and if a search happens, do this instead of going to the search entry. So time plus 1. The 4th black card has an entry with the lightning bolt. Draw another encounter card. Okay. Oh, that's also it's safe for now. That is a coincidence. If the situation is hostile, resolve an enemy turn. Otherwise, discard all threat cards from the threat track. The situation is not hostile because it's safe. So this is discarded. Yeah, so we discard all the threat cards. I agree, says Whisper, sniffing in the air. It's safe for now, but that could change at any moment. Let's not waste time. If search happens, do this instead of going to the well, the same thing, just like before. But yeah, so what happens is we want to go to our item. Well, they are dashed lines, so this would do it. And then we have to do an you use the same rules as for scavenging. So for what's scavenging? I don't understand this. The same rules as getting a prize for successfully scavenging without a skill test. But scavenging is scavenging. Scavenging is a brilliance test, so we have to do something with brilliance. We can only play 2. but it doesn't have a value to play against. The difficulty is not given, but let's just simplify for now and say we got the item and we got to the exit. Now the exits, yeah. When leaving by this exit, move your party to an adjacent space on the travel map. See leaving a page on page 6 of the rulebook for more information. Well, there is not much more information. We have this downtown grid. We were on E Street and we go to Enjo. So that's 43. We go to page 43. This is Enjo. If this is your first time on this page during this campaign, read the following, otherwise skip to page 45. Frankie and Benji were mice and they sat beneath the desk in the office cubicle, staring longingly at the temple to food that stood proudly. That stood proudly in the nearby break room. Bold primary colors covered the temple's exterior, save for the plexiglass that allowed worshippers to gaze upon the edible marvels within. Frankie and Benji sat and stared dumbly at the temple as humans approached it and fed it offerings of paper and metal discs, and the temple repaid them with pungent delights wrapped in crinkly bags, or at least it did when it found them worthy. Those who were deemed unfit were denied their prize. They would curse and strike the temple, and demanding access to the withheld love of their god. But their only recourse was to slink away in shame or to sacrifice more paper and coin. Frankie and Benji dreamed desperately of joining the temple and feasting upon its many treats, but it seemed that joyous events would never arrive. But one day, the building shook with terrible ferocity and the break room collapsed, revealing a solid blue sky beyond. Frankie and Benji watched a distant